This is Tom Biernacki, and today I'm putting my board certification of surgery to good use, talking about stinky shoes. Oh boy. Look at this. An old shoe. What can you do? Do you throw this in the garbage right away? Not with inflation as high as it is right now. In this guide, I'm going to go over the top 11 ways to fix your stinky shoes, get them feeling better with stuff at home. So first off, if you have stinky feet or foot odor, it's not you. You are not stinky by yourself. It's the bacteria living on your sweat, on your skin. And what happens is with most patients, what they don't realize is there is extra layers of skin on the bottom of your feet. So see, on the palms of your hands and the bottom of your feet, you do have extra layers of skin. So that requires special attention. That's why these soaks are so effective. That's why these home remedies are so effective. It's not necessarily that you need a medication, and it's not necessarily that something's wrong with your genetics, even though some people think that's the case. It's really these thicker layers of skin or sweat or thick nails or thick flaky skin that bacteria and fungus live on, because the blood flow is just not getting in there properly. And as a result, your white blood cells or immune system can't get in there to kill that fungus and bacteria. And what causes that odor is the waste products of bacteria and fungus. That's it. You don't stink. It's the bacteria pooping and crapping all over your skin that causes you. I hope the crapping wasn't a swear word. I don't think it is. So when you look up foot odor treatments, there's a million things that pop up. Odor balls that you can put overnight in your gym bags, in your shoes. There's charcoal deodorizer bags that you can put in your shoe. There's sprays. Like, look at these reviews. These are phenomenal reviews. There's a million different sprays that you can order. So all this stuff's pretty cheap. Like realistically, $8, $12, $11, $19. These are all easy things. Like Febreze is really good, but at the same time, all of these are pretty good. Look, every single review is pretty good. Odor is easy to get rid of, but at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about how to keep it away. So there's certain strategies that keep from odor from building up in the first place and getting rid of that yellow stuff, but it's probably better to clean your shoe first with soap and a spray and then applying these things, because a lot of these cheaper things, what they do is they mask the odor, they eliminate it a little bit, but what you want to do is prevent it from happening in the first place. And you want to prevent that thick, dry skin. But realistically, if you have time to wait, like look at this. This is dirt cheap. $4 for a pack of one. Great rating, over thousands of ratings. These products all work really well, but get to the root of it. But all those byproducts are what get onto your shoes. That's what gets into your socks. But if you want to treat your skin, so athlete's foot, foot fungus, click down below. I have a stinky foot guide. If this isn't enough already, click on that guide. That'll help you with what's going on. And if you really do think you have a skin problem or some type of eczema or inflammation, come see a podiatrist or your primary care doctor. That always goes without saying. Don't trust anything in a video. Don't put random chemicals on your feet without getting evaluated. So number one is baking soda. So 25% baking soda, 25% baking powder, 50% cornstarch. And what you want to do, just make a little powder, sprinkle it around your shoes, inside your shoes. That should get rid of any smell. That should do a pretty good job and get your shoes smelling a whole lot better. That's a home remedy. Febreze. I'm a huge fan of Febreze. You know, I read a marketing book how this is the most mismarketed product pretty much in the history of time. But basically, this is a serious chemical invention that can neutralize odor, but people think it's just a fragrance. But Febreze is awesome. I use it all the time. It will kill a lot of that odor. So spray your shoes with Febreze. It's a couple dollars. Very easy solution. Vinegar and water. So what you do, half vinegar, half water, mix it into some more water, grab a rag, clean it. That vinegar will clean things. Apple cider vinegar can work really well on cleaning odor too. Clean the outside, clean the outside. You can make a spray of it, spray your shoe and clean it off. Soap. So obviously one aspect is to get a little bit of soap and a sponge and clean your shoe. Another one is take a dry bar of soap and just put it in your shoe. So take a bar of soap, put it in your shoe, leave it overnight. That should make it smell better. Sunshine. Simply take your shoe and leave it outside for a little bit. That sunshine will take care of a lot of bacteria and fungus. It'll make things evaporate, get rid of that moisture. Wear socks. So the key with socks is if you don't wear socks, your shoes are going to smell a lot more because your sweat, the fungus and bacteria get into the shoes more often. But what socks do is they absorb the vast majority of that bioburden, your dead skin, your sweat, a lot of that bacteria. And when you throw it into the washing machine, it'll clean that for you. So get in the habit of wearing socks if your shoes. Essential oils. So there's a study that actually looked at this. Realistically, this is probably one of the hardest ways, but if you have a neighbor selling essential oils to you, feel free to buy some. They will work. Some of them do kill fungus. But reality is, a lot of these chemicals like Listerine, a lot of these natural things, they will kill fungus. Even Vicks Vapor Rub will kill fungus. So putting that in your shoe, not that I recommend that, but that's why all these things work. They're proven to work. But the big thing, and this is the single biggest tip, is great foot hygiene. So I talked about this at the beginning of the video, but what you want to do is you have to take care of your foot hygiene. So this is where soaks come in because you have to exfoliate that thick, dry skin. The more you take a shower, the more it'll wash off. The bottom of your feet, for a lot of older people, it's hard to scrub the bottom of your feet. There's actually some great products for in the shower that clean the bottom of your feet really well. That's an option. I'll link that down below.
Something to think about for treatment is a foot scrubber like this. So see these devices? There's a lot. There's ones that scrub on the top. There's one that scrub at the bottom. They're pretty cheap. They're $15 right here. Let's see, $15. That's not a lot. And realistically, it sticks to the bottom. You can put soap on it. You can scrub off your dead dry skin. Just be careful if you're diabetic or if you have health conditions. But these things are cheap and they work really well. That's a good way to take care of your foot. There's also ones that scrub on the top like this that can work really well. So what you want to do is in the shower, if you can't bend over and scrub your foot, get something like this. Are the ratings great? They're not great, but realistically, if you have thick and dead dry skin, this can be something that's very effective. There's a lot of different ones too. These ones I don't really recommend. See, when they get really hard, that's probably too hard to scrape your foot. Be gentle. Don't rip your skin off. This, I would say for most of my patients, probably way too dangerous.
Number 2 is make sure you soak 15 to 20 minutes a day. So what I mean by that is your nails can be thick and usually are not trimmed. Underneath, dirt, debris, fungus, bacteria can get under there. And number 2 is along your heels and the ball of your foot, you can get calluses. You can get thick skin. There's not enough blood flow penetrating that. So that sweat, fungus, and bacteria can live on. That causes athlete's foot. And then that bacteria and fungus get into those thick, dry layers of skin. Because on the bottom, you have 5 layers of skin. So 2 extra ones compared to the rest of your body. And it can take 2-3 weeks of soaking, cleaning to get rid of this. There was actually a study that said people who used anti-fungus sprays for 2 weeks had something like a 60% cure rate. But if you used it for 4 weeks continuously, it was like a 90+% cure rate. So consider that it takes more than 2 weeks on average to get the job done of cleaning your feet well. Clip your nails. Make sure your nails are clipped. If you're older and you can't do it, come see a podiatrist like myself. This stuff is generally covered by insurance unless there's some problems with your insurance. But every year I say this, it's probably going to get worse with insurance companies and copays. But take good care of your feet. Clip those nails. Clean that skin. If that's still not getting better, come see a podiatrist. We'll write you prescription strength creams. There's lasers. There's fancy stuff. Do I need to ever use it? Hardly ever. But there are special circumstances. If you have psoriasis, if you have skin diseases, like autoimmune diseases, that is a possibility.
If that helped, let us know. This is a guide about toenail fungus, but the reviews, the thumbs up, the comments, they really make a big difference for us. So if this video helped you at all, contribute down below. It really helps us out. Thanks, and we appreciate you.